Polanco used to be a pretty good player. He's had some knee problems over the past few years, and I think he's been trying to play through it, which I admire, but it's been very much to the detriment of his offensive, statistical output. He came up with the Twins at 20 years old back in 2014, really came into his own in 2019, otherwise known as the juiced ball year. Hit .295 that year, 22 home runs, 79 ribbies, had an .841 OPS, was an all-star. 2020 was kind of a voided year. That was, it messed up everybody, and that was one of his prime seasons, age 26. So that stings. 2021, his power output returned, 33 home runs, .826 OPS. But after that, 22, 23, and 24, he was dealing with knee issues. And when the season ended just now, he had surgery in October to repair a patella. So he had just signed a 5-year deal with Seattle. It ran out. They had he might have signed the deal when he was with Minnesota. Anyway, he had a 5-year extension, right? And he was finishing it out with Seattle. And he had a $12 million team option. And they basically said, not worth the risk, having knee surgery. And the fact that they're not willing to take the risk, makes you a little skeptical. Although the Mariners are very cost conscious, right? They don't like to spend money. So if they have an option of, not taking a risk, they're not usually going to take it. But just looking at his StatCast metrics, he does do some things the Yankees like. He draws walks. He hits the ball on the sweet spot. He's got power to right field, but the strikeout percentage just isn't great. He's not a good fielder. He's not a great base runner. He'll be 32 years old on July 5th. And just looking at these numbers, there's a couple of nice indicators. As my friend Aiden says, red is good on these charts and blue is bad, but there's more blue than red at this point. So, he walks, he doesn't chase a ton, and he does hit the ball in the sweet spot. Bat speed is down. He doesn't square it up that great. The expected batting average is low. The average exit velocity is low. Range and arm strength, both awful. Sprint speed, I'm surprised, was above average given the knee issues. But batting, base running, and fielding value all below average. So seems like Brian Cashman's kind of player, honestly. So I don't know where this leaves us in search of an infielder. I mean, just looking at him, again, Mariners declined the option. He is a switch hitter. He can play second or third. I don't see it. I don't see the appeal. The way I'm looking at this is, his agent called the Yankees and said, hey, our guy had surgery. He's rehabbing. And the Yankees said, let us know, how he's doing, how he's progressing. To me, that's checking in. Maybe they call once in a while and say, all right, tell us how he's progressing, what kind of exit velocities he's putting up in the cage, that kind of stuff. But I don't think the Yankees were seriously in on that. So where does that leave us when looking for